Welcome, and today, well, if you've seen the first video, I'd recommend you seeing that first, but we're going to be playing Omsk, which is now unified into the Western Siberian Provisional Authority. You might want to see the first episode to get more of the detail of what's going on right now, but at the moment we're currently trying to reunify Russia. We've gotten Western Siberia under our control, so we're aiming for all of Russia, but at the moment, so I'm going to simplify this in the last video, or enough, but so we've already gotten the focus for Batov's insurgency after unifying in about less than 2 months since we've unified, which makes sense because Batov seems to work pretty quick at trying to overthrow our leader.
So in order to really stop Batov's bandits, the first thing you're going to do is go down this part of the focus tree, because that limits him, and that makes it so you can unlock events to counter him. But the first thing you need to do is just kind of click on these three right here and try to increase your counterinsurgency progress up to above 75%, so you can actually begin to initiate the rest of the decisions to, stop his insurgency.
To deal with Batov's insurgency, you have to click on these operations, and so we're about to finish up this, and these little operations, what they do is, you first just need to get the counterinsurgency progress to actually beat them. We'll get a high enough number above 75, then you click on this, and that weakens their insurgency strength, and you want to get it to 0, and whenever you get it to 0, Pavel Batov dies, so yeah. And as you can see, they're now down to 80, and yeah, we're just going to keep repeating that and kind of sitting here and trying to build up troops, so I can deal with the inevitable war, and because I played a bit ahead, and so I kind of played a bit ahead and saw what happened. And this guy is going to be our biggest threat, because this guy is going to have a much larger population and industrial base compared to us. So I'm kind of concerned that they're just going to wipe us out no matter what I do. We've unlocked the decisions, the race for the Urals, and that is where these two states have evaded reunification. And so we're going to either out-influence the West Russian Revolutionary Front or just invade them. I'm just going to invade them because it's going to be easier in the end to invade them, and because I don't know how to exactly out-influence them. So we are going to go and invade the Urals now because the event is finished, and yeah, it's time. So this is what happens is that, yeah, we just invade the Urals. What will happen is this country will capitulate, and this one will capitulate next after we invade them. Or what happened one time is that they just got put under this country's control. I don't want to say its full name because it's not worth the effort. Yeah. So we have to invade these two countries. So we're going to invade this country. Hopefully we can get this country, because the more people we can get into our army, the better, because we are kind of low on manpower. So the Ordenburg is what it's called, I believe. Yeah. Ordenburg, yeah. So Ordenburg was so easy to invade that, this tank division right here, every time I invade it, it just walks away. Every time I attack this one division, it just leaves for some reason. Which is kind of dumb, but you know what? If the Paradox AI wants to give me presents, I'll let it give me presents. And just like that, guess what? All of the southern Ural states are now under our control. Also, Batov is dead, so all around, November of 1967 has been a very good month for the West Siberia Provisional Authority, which, it's a very good name considering our intentions. I did look up a bit about, Omsk. I know that this is hiding something, but still, a glorious name. So I've never really played this far into Tino before. I've only played a couple times, and yeah, Spain of course has to explode because that happens in every single alt history mod that is based off of Hoi 4. So we can do the event now. That is prepare for war, so we can invade the West Russian Revolutionary Front. So the last time I played this through, which was kind of a run, I did get beat by them. So I'm hoping that my new strategy I've used will make it easier for us, because I'm really going to need to, this is going to be the hardest person to conquer. Well, the hardest country to conquer, since these two, I believe, are about the same issues we have with low manpower. So I'm just going to kind of hope that we can invade the West Russian Revolutionary Front, or else we're kind of going to be in a pretty bad spot because it's either we're going to invade them or they're going to invade us. One of the two is going to happen. Hopefully, we invade them.
So war has been declared upon us. You might be wondering why we aren't really defending our specific border, and that's because I've kind of realized that. So I've had trouble with invading them, so I've come up with the idea of that if I just kind of move my line to the mountains, it'll probably be harder for them to get at me. Because, well, yeah, they're going. Okay, there they go. But yeah, they're gonna do this. They're gonna endlessly ram me in the Urals until they run out of manpower. So yeah, I've just decided to go put up a defensive line all across the Urals. Hopefully they'll just run out of manpower and we can just push in easily once they're done. So the line is holding, which is pretty good because they have they've lost over twice the casualties we've had, and that's pretty good because once they run out of manpower, they're going to be way weaker if they ever do. But yeah, the only concern is that as long as these two states are at war, we're safe. But if once they finish their war, we're screwed. So yeah, we just need to hope that they are able to run out of manpower before that happens. So the holding the line strategy isn't working. Yeah, pretty sure we're going to end up losing. Not the best outcome. Well, of course it's not, but yeah. At least their manpower is close to 0, but sadly ours has already hit 0. They began to kind of do a bit more of an aggressive push, so yeah. Things are not going great. But, yeah. They are, indeed, beginning to run out, which is still very good. So I've pretty much decided that since, we're going to lose the war, it's pretty much just going to happen. There's nothing I can really do, so yeah. I decided that I'll go move all my troops here and just kind of delay their advance, and just see how long it takes for them to actually conquer us by, well, delaying their advance as long as possible. Yeah, not long. So yeah, at least we got them. Yeah, at least we got them down to 0, though. But the goal was reached, but in the end, didn't mean anything. So my new strategy is pretty simple, and it's that I'm just gonna go. Yeah, the line's already falling, but I'm gonna go ahead and see how long it takes for them to finally, invade me. And the answer is not long. Yeah, we're about to capitulate. But my idea was that I could try to delay as long as possible. But at least we kind of reached sort of the goal of reaching at 0, but not the goal I wanted, which was to invade them. And yeah, we're gone. So yeah, that's, the Omsk part of this video over. I might do something else, but yeah, the Omsk series is over. So since, of course, Omsk failed, we're going to be playing, for the rest of the video, I'll be playing as the blessed and best country of, any country ruled by Soblin, because Soblin is best leader, and Soblin shall crush all enemies of the people. So, as you can kind of tell, we're in the middle of a civil war at the start of this. So we're going to have to go ahead and, reunify a bit, because, yeah. I don't want to die right off the bat, because that's not good. One big positive, however, is that we aren't getting bombed like this whole region of Russia is, so we don't have that issue, and yeah, right off the bat, encirclement. Bonus encirclement, because, yeah. Because we're going to want to take out this division right here, specifically because this division seems to be the only division they have that is a motorized division, which is probably going to be which is more powerful than the infantry divisions. So I've realized something, and it's that they have so little divisions, I can just walk right in their capital by just going around the front line. And it actually is working surprisingly well. And I don't know if that's really a good or a bad thing, but actually, yeah, it's a good thing for us, but it's a very bad thing for them because, yeah, they're going to lose this war because they didn't just use my tactic of just walking around the enemy. We have beaten the enemy. It wasn't hard. All you had to do is just, walk around the enemy. And now we can go on our path of gloriousness of reunifying Russia. We have gotten the event for the trial of Yagoda. Yagoda was, the authoritarian scum over here, who kept,
trying to invade me until I just walked around him. So yeah. So we have two options. One's going to be give us more authoritarian side, which I don't want. I want the best side, the Soblin side, which is where I just click the hold on decision, and that powers the Soldanite part of the party, which will keep us, well, on the best side of the party, and that is the Soblin side. So we have sentenced Yakoda to a prison farm. Not really the worst punishment considering what he's done, but yeah, that's what the people want, and as we all know, Soblin listens to the people.
So, I have a bit of a problem, and it's that the Siberian Black Army over here, for some reason, wants to pillage me. And, quite confused why they want to pillage me specifically, whenever they could, be going after the authoritarian socialist and the non-socialist states around them. But, no, they want to pillage the other libertarian socialist state, because, we could all have just teamed up on, the authoritarian socialist states around us, but instead, we gotta pillage me instead. So yeah, of course I'm gonna say no to their tribute because I have, all my army right here because they kept pillaging me, so I just kind of preemptively put my whole army there. So, oh look, of course it's going to quite obviously go in my favor and so I'm gonna get guns. So in a way, they are kind of giving me presents. So we just got the event that annexes Aldan. So Aldan is a state right next to us, so thanks to a part of our focus tree, yeah, we have annexed Aldan because of Aldan partisans, so just like that, we have grown, and I still can't really say our name that well, so I'm just going to call it the Soblin regime. But yeah, so that was quite easy. I don't think the rest of it's going to be easy, though. I'm pretty sure we're probably going to end up having to invade the rest of the countries around us. So to the north of us, Amalan has unified northern Siberia, not the biggest threat, as well. They have isolated villages, and since they've unified, just the northeastern part of East Siberia, there's really not anybody there, and that's furthered. And that's kind of further lowered by the spirit isolated villages that makes it so they really don't have any manpower. They can't really research anything, and so yeah, they have 0 divisions, 0 factories. Actually, they have 1 civilian factory and 536 manpower. So our main threat in this region seems to be right here, as these are the 3 states with focus trees, and that usually means that they're going to be the ones that are going to be trying to unify this region. So the northern state I thought might not be a threat is actually a threat because the isolated villages, part of their focus tree is gone, but there's still, spirit is gone, but there's still, they still have very little manpower and no factories, but it gave them some divisions, so they're still kind of a concern. Not the biggest concern, as they are still only inhabiting a piece of land that has very little people on it and very little factories. So I'm going to end the video off here. I try to keep it under 15 minutes, and we're kind of getting close to that, so I'm just going to go ahead and end off the video here. The next video is more likely than not going to be, with me playing as Glorious Soblin. So if you thought this video was good, then please like, subscribe, and bye.